Hello, I'm John Eldridge, and welcome to the Ransomed Heart audio podcast. For more information on Ransomed Heart Ministries, our resources and events, please visit us online at www.ransomedheart.com. From time to time, we love to make available to you fresh teaching material that has taken place either here in our outpost in Colorado Springs or at an event that we've held. And recently at our Men's Advanced, we had such a rich Q&A that we thought, wow, our friends would probably love to listen in on this. And so this is an excerpt from the Q&A session that took place at our recent men's event.
Have carried around agreements for decades, and afraid to break them, but what's it feel like when they're really broke? How do you know?
Question was, I'll repeat so you guys can hear. The question was, some of us have been carrying agreements around for decades, and we're breaking them. But how do you know when, you've done it? It works. What does it feel like, was the question. Yeah, did it take? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's normal. It's normal to experience joy. It's normal to experience life. It's normal to experience the presence of God. And so Jesus says you'll know them by their fruits, right? Now, kind of test the fruit of it. If you're still under the fog, under the cloud, then the breaking of the agreement didn't stick, so to speak. Give it another whack. Ask Jesus more. Is there more involved here? Because sometimes in the conversation of the agreements, coming back to Bart's experience in the plane, right, there was the agreement, right? But then there was a foul spirit present also. So there's a breaking of an agreement, but then there's also the banishing of the enemy, And these guys are stubborn. Until you kick them out, they don't leave, So how would you guys respond? How do you know when it sticks?
Well, to me, when I break an agreement, I feel like I'm moving from bondage towards freedom.
Yes.
And so I feel the freedom of...
And there's a progression.
Yes. And you kind of go back and forth because the agreement tries to pull you back in. But the polarity of that is bondage and freedom. And as I'm coming out of that, I feel the freedom of it.
Are you telling your summer story in your talk tomorrow? Are you talking about your agreement?
No.
Oh, tell it now.
Oh, wow. Well, it probably goes back to captivating last spring of last year, and I dropped Tana off there, and I met the therapist that is around, and John spoke about this morning, and I met her, and she says, you know what? I know you've had Guillain-Barré, and I've kind of studied that and so forth, and she says, I really think I can help you out. And under my breath, I said, sure, like everybody else. And
well, first, I had suggested this to Bart, and you just blew me off.
Right?
Yeah,
like, exactly.
No. And the point was that deep agreement of no, there's no more physical relief available to me.
Right.
Not in my story. Right. And again, there's data
We've prayed.
that is based on, disappointment and that sort of thing.
Right.
It's not out of the blue.
And so that was April, May. So it rolled around to July, and I'm turning 60 on my birthday in July, and oh man, I dreaded that birthday because I said, you know what, I think I got 1 decade and that's it, and I'm headed downhill, and these guys are probably throwing names out for my replacement, and
a lottery.
And I was feeling just feeling thick and lethargic, and just full of. It was depressing. I was really quite depressed. And then a couple days after my birthday, my older brother has a major heart attack, and I looked at that and I said, "Yep, that's probably me. That's where I'm headed." So kind of pushed through the summer, and into the summer, our son, Chris, he just deployed 3 weeks ago, and his 30th birthday was going to be right after he deployed. So we planned a surprise birthday party for him in California, and So we invited his aunts and uncles out, and they came out, brought his cousins. They came to honor him. And so my brother shows up, and he's really big guy, and he lost like 65 pounds. And I go, wow, what happened to you? And he says, well, I just decided, my wife said, I don't want you to be that guy in the heart attack. I don't want to wake up and see you dead one day. And something shifted inside me at that point. And I said, wow, I think I have made a lot of agreements. And so as that night at my son's party, I started with a couple of them. I said, wow, I just said life's over at 60. I don't think so. I don't think so. And I looked at my brother and I said, God, could I do that? And because I didn't really think that I could. I really had made the agreement that I was just stuck and I couldn't do that. And I've done that before years ago, but that was a very broken man. I mean, I've been pretty fit, but it's through drivenness. I'd get up early in the morning, go run hour and a half, and work all day, and go run an hour and a half at night. But that's not a sustainable lifestyle. And I just eat whatever I wanted to do. And I've always had a problem just going to, when I'm anxious and so forth, just food's a comfort. I'd go there. And so broke that agreement. And that night, like I say, something really shifted. And God just took the desire away from food. I said, God, I don't need that comfort. I don't need that idol. I need you. And then I went back and I thought of the therapist, and John reminded me again, said, you ought to go see her, And so I called her up, and she says, I've been waiting for your call. Been praying that you would call. So I went down there, and she did an assessment. She said, I think I can help you, but as John said, she said, it's going to be very painful. And I've been to about 15 sessions, and she's helped me. She hasn't helped my pain. My pain is there. She said, I can't do anything about your nerve damage, but I can make you move better. And so she's brought muscles into motion that have been asleep for 11 years. And so it's just been incredible to feel the new life come. And for me, that's the freedom I feel from breaking all of those agreements.
You lost weight?
Yeah, I lost some weight, and I feel...
You're bouncing around like
I feel 15 years younger.
Yeah. Bart comes bounding downstairs in the morning. Hey, guys, ready to pray? Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'd say there's a progression. But yeah, you're looking for freedom. If you're not experiencing the freedom yet, then Jesus, why not? Why not? Galatians 5:1, it's for freedom. The Christ sets you free. So,
John,
yeah, please.
The thing I'd add to that is I think when I have broken agreement, and I truly have, there really is this deep recognition of you see how it's controlled you, its power, its influence. It's like, you get a pretty clear picture of its effect over you. The other thing I'd add, and you guys, if you want to modify this, is while there's an agreement that can be broken, and it's truly broken, and you bear the fruit and the freedom and the victory of it, I've found that the agreements I tend to make hover right around my wound and its message. Mm-hmm. And so besides the immediate warfare of breaking an agreement, you've got to go after the soul issues and the other streams to deal with the wound, its message, because that's the fertile ground for the enemy and these agreements.
Yes.
I love how Charles Kraft put it. He said, if you've got a rat problem, kill the rats and then clean your house. There's rats that need to be killed, but then there's this ongoing work that needs to be done that explains a lot of the rats. So that'd be a thought there.
Hope you've enjoyed listening to the excerpt of the Q&A. And as always, we invite you to come by our website for more teaching, our blogs, our video podcast, conferences, resources, a whole world of life to be had in God. So come and join us at ransomedheart.com.